99% of Americans are exposed or introduced to daily news, to daily media, whether it be Facebook, Twitter, television, newspaper, an internet article. 99% of us are exposed. And what the majority of us don't really think about or consciously think about is where that information is actually coming from. And the answer is another human being, just like you and I, a person with opinions, values, beliefs, a person that is biased. If you watch news, you'll see a news anchor giving you information. However, information given to that news anchor from a higher level, a person with opinions and values and that is biased. Even though I'm just 19, it is easy for me to see that many of my friends and peers, family, base their entire opinions simply off of what you see or what they see on the news. And logically, that's reasonable. However, it has come to light that the media can and does lie to us, and they withhold some of the truth. They don't tell the full story. And there are a few topics I really want to talk about how the media kind of alters the information, and one being the police shootings going on in America and the election race going on in America. So for the police shootings, the media really only introduces one side of the story, and that being the black shootings, black people being shot by police. Within the past 2 months, it has been heavily exposed on the media, on the news, of how black people are being shot by police, whether it be not right, unlawful, not logical. More than the title would read, Black Man Shot by Police. Statistically, in 2015, there were 990 police shootings, police kills in America, and 494 of those were white. That is 258 being black. That is just over half of how many there were white. In recent media broadcasts, it is easy to see more of these black kills, murders by police have been broadcasted than white. And as you and I both know, this is becoming a very big issue with the protests, the more police threats. It's becoming a national security risk, and it's all due to the media really only showing one side of the story. So social media is a very big thing for Americans. Twitter, Facebook, social media is really prominent in the younger age of Americans. Twitter, for example, is a very big place for the younger population. Whether it be just to socialize, you can post whatever you want, people can critique you, can reply to you, you can talk about a subject back and forth to one or many people. Some of these very big pages on Twitter have followers to say, and some of these pages have tens of millions of followers. Pages that talk about cars, that talk about music, art. Pages run by a person like you and I. However, these pages, these people don't really expose themselves as to who they really are. So for all I could follow a page about music and have it 6 million followers, and for all I know, that person could be a 12-year-old running this page. You don't know who's behind it. These pages, however, have the freedom to talk about whatever they want, and whether it be politics, for example, there have been accounts, pages that, like I said, talk about music with tons and tons of followers, and they can have an opinion on Donald Trump or Hillary Clinton. They can have a negative or positive opinion of either one of these candidates and talk about it, and more or not, someone that doesn't really know about politics can have a solid opinion solely off of what they see on Twitter from pages, positive or negative, about their candidate, that tweet positive or negative. And it's not really right. I'm a victim as well. I have an opinion on both candidates, a lot of things, simply off of what I see on Twitter. And it's funny because a page can have, say, 1 million followers, and say 75% of those followers are over the age of 18. That's 750,000 Americans affected by a post or an opinion off of what a page, whether it be positive or negative, they were affected by what that page had to say. Like I said, pages can get big for reasons other than politics, yet they can talk about whatever they want, whether it be Donald Trump, Hillary Clinton. They can talk about whatever they want, positively or negatively, about said candidates. So, back to professional media like the news, Fox News, or anything of the sort. Why do they lie? It's obvious they do, but why do they do it? And the answer is simple. It's because they can. The First Amendment of the Constitution is the freedom of speech. And although it doesn't say the freedom to lie, it doesn't say you can't lie. So the media has a moral obligation, so to say, to not lie. The only real guidelines for the media to not lie are within the media, and whether it be to increase ratings or views, the media do lie, and it's wrong. In fact, a university in California did a documentary, a project on media withholding the full truth, withholding facts, lying. They had two investigative journalists infiltrate, so to say, a news company, and their job was to blow the whistle whenever junk news or faulty information was given to people by the media. And it's crazy that there is actually a documentary or a project about how the American news, just supposed to be information given to Americans off of topics happening all over the world or around America, information that is not the full truth. We are getting our opinions on police shootings, on elections, people that are supposed to run this country. We are getting this information from people that are only showing really one side of a story. One day it could be a positive about Donald Trump, or one day it could be a negative about Hillary Clinton. It's saddening that we're getting all this information and we don't even know if we can really rely on this information. Not all media is a lie. However, no one should base their entire opinion off of a candidate or these police shootings. They should not base their opinion solely off of what they see on one news show, television show, or off of one online internet article alone. You need to do your research. Go out and ask questions from primary sources, not these secondary and tertiary sources off of what you see. I understand the media can and does lie or extends the truth to increase ratings or views. However, with all the events going on, the shootings, the protests, the killing of police officers, and outrage of the shootings, it is a fact that a lot of the fault rests on the media's shoulders, and American media news should not lie to other Americans. It's not American.